I came across this clip and I thought it was pretty ingenious. Tell me what you think. Okay.
Let's see. I've not seen this.
All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, so maybe you could explain to those maybe listening at home what's going on.
Yeah, so there's a dude. He's got 2 bowls. He's got one bowl with his food and rice, so that bottom bowl, and he's holding that with his pinky, and then his top bowl's got soup. So he's using one hand while standing to eat an entire meal, because usually you have your soup bowl and then your rice and food bowl.
Yeah.
He's managed to hold it with one hand, which I think is a incredible skill.
It just makes my hand cramp.
It does. Like, I'm thinking about the hand
like,
cramp.
wow.
Yeah,
but he's obviously very dexterous. He knows what he's doing.
That's a hell of a grip.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, now maybe you've seen the video I released earlier this week.
I did, yeah, it's a good video.
And it's talking about how China's manufacturing fake women.
Yes.
And let's be honest, gender imbalance, you've got a lot of guys out there and they're all looking for
30 million extra men in terms of demographics in China compared to women. 30 million.
Yeah, a lot. And it's not only that, it's the modern culture of the way people are brought up as well. You get a kind of a culture of people living online and whatnot.
Yeah, there's a bunch of that. I was just thinking, though, like statistically, how wild this is. There is the population of Canada, too many men in China. The whole country of Canada, which is not like an unknown country, right?
Yeah, sure. It's crazy, isn't it?
That's nuts.
Yeah. So you have this situation where a lot of people are going online and they're, joining these live streams where you've got pretty girls live streaming and they give them gifts and stuff. So, of course, there's all these extra men and a lot of men have realized this is a good way to make money. So they pretend to be women and it's very easy with the face filters. In
this world of where everything's not real anymore in terms of face filters and AI and just like technological slavery at this point.
It's actually dystopian. It's horrible. If you haven't seen my video, please check it out. But
it's funny too.
Yeah, it is funny as well, yes. This guy actually gives tips online. So he's not trying to hide it.
No.
So let's take a look at this guy. He shows other men and presumably women how to do makeup and stuff in order to look the best on live stream with filters.
So clearly he doesn't look the best. Now he looks the best.
Yeah, because look at what he looks like online, and he just lip syncs to music, of course.
It's kind of interesting because it's gotten to a point now where it's like, how do I trick the audience is one thing, right?
Yes.
But now it's like, how do I trick the filter to make it look more realistic?
Yes.
China's at that level.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So be careful, guys. If there are any simps in the audience who, kind of go to these live streams and give them free gifts, or give them not free gifts, you pay for them, right? Giving them gifts and supporting them and stuff. Please, there was a time not that long ago, and this goes for people that are on these.
There was a time.
Yeah, people on these Asian dating sites and stuff.
Yeah, we've covered that quite a bit.
Now, there was a time where we could give people advice like, don't trust the pictures.
Yeah.
Get on a video call so that you can actually, suss out the person.
Yeah.
There was a time when you could do that. You can't do that anymore because when you get on a video call, it's real time filtering them to look beautiful and amazing, no matter what the starting base creature is.
Yeah.
You could literally hold up a pig or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You could have an actual animal.
You could hold up an animal.
Doll or something.
Or a doll, It could be a doll. It could be anything. And a face filter will turn it into a realistic looking, beautiful woman.
Yeah.
So you just never know. You have to be so careful with this stuff.
It's gotten that out of control.
Yeah.
I actually want to hark back to something. You can leave that up.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're interested in this kind of thing, China's streaming services are paradise for you.
Yeah.
Because you will have nothing but traps left and right.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyway, my jokes aside, we used to offer this thing. It wasn't a service, but it was like we used to get emails all the time this is way back in the day. And they're like, I've been talking to this woman on some Asian dating site or something for a long time, and I want to know if it's real. And we would always be upfront. We said, never use an internet site to find a woman of a specific race or country.
Exactly.
That's it's like a bad idea to
Asian
begin with.
Blossom Lotus.org or whatever.
It's just like, stop, number one. But then people, because we would talk about that and expose those fake sites, people would still reach out and be like, actually, I use that. I just want to know if you guys think this person's real. And I used to get, we don't do this anymore.
Yeah, we used to get all our patrons and private messages and emails.
It used to make us so sad because sometimes this person would be talking to this person and spending thousands of dollars on this fake person in this almost like this stream farm in China.
Yeah,
right?
a lot of those websites, the way they work, remember, is you have to like buy tokens basically
Yeah,
in
to
order
talk
to
to
talk
them.
to them. So you have to pay money to get airtime basically to talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would happen is they would be like, is this person real? And all we had to do was like look on Google and see this photo has been used on like 100,000 websites.
Yeah.
And it is managed by a man.
Yes.
And his QQ account number or whatever's there. And he figured it out real quick, right? Like, no, this person's 100% not real. And they would ask you if they're real or not, but then they'd fight you. They'd be like, no, I think they're real. Like, I know that it's used in another website for something completely different.
Yeah,
but
it's
I still
sad.
think it's real.
It's sad. It's some kind of psychology thing. People get into denial.
Yeah.
This is a common catfishing, tragedy. But this is a real thing, guys. Remember, China is the land of shortcuts and facades, and everything that you see coming out of China is, in one way, shape, or form, propaganda. And the reason I say that is, if you are in China, if you live in China, and you publicly put anything out there onto the internet, something that the Western world can see, if it's anything that the Chinese government doesn't like, they will censor it and they will stop you.
Yeah.
So at the very least, even if it's real, it's only stuff that's approved by the Chinese government. So just bear that in mind.
Take the pills, Jeff.
Great.
Who says that?
My true love eats chicken feet.
My true love eats fish heads.
And though she puts things in her mouth that I would never touch.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Just you guys, huh? Can ya? You'd say, mom.
He looks like he eats crayons.
You did for
Can't do it.
Neo-10-4 can't do it. This is
He says it. He said it can't do it.
this is definitely what you want, I assure.
This is definitely what you want, I assure.
You gotta understand, China.
Wow, that's a little too much for me.
Close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind were